Thursday morning. You know what that means. And he's on the microphone with Brian and Gene. The Morning Sickness Show. It's where I want to be. Strumming my guitar, soft and gently. Where bacon rules all, and Bloody Marys are tall, and Pearl Street beers chase them all. I'm here to sing to you, tell you have a great day, and don't forget to come rock out with Tug Sunday.
Oh, Andy Hughes. Saw him yesterday, actually.
Did you
Drove
really?
by. Yeah, I was leaving my appointment in the morning and heard a beep, and then I saw a wave, and I looked, and there he was.
Wasn't strumming a guitar, he wasn't?
No, he was busy driving.
Both hands on the wheel.
Well, one at the time, but he was stopped. I'm not going to criticize his driving technique. Who am I to criticize another man's driving technique, right?
It is so foggy, by the way. Holy thickness on my way in this morning, so
Obviously,
be careful.
your lights should be on anyways because it's dark out, but it is also very foggy.
Oh, my gosh. Super, super foggy.
At least in La Crosse. Up near 80 today in our area, mid to upper 80s tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, maybe even into the low 90s.
So I looked at the forecast. No real rain until next Wednesday in the forecast. So a dry spell here for sure. But yeah, warming up over the weekend and very foggy this morning. Be careful.
Hypothetical Thursday is here. We will ask each other hypothetical questions. Office Cora will join us just after 8 a.m. It's National Make Your Bed Day. So we'll talk about that and the benefits of making your bed daily. Lots of other stuff to get to. Bad news, happy music, our daily check-ins. Of course, you can find us online at rockmornings.com if you want to get all our contact info, if you want to listen to the show live, if you want to send us voicemails or images, you can do that with the apps, 95.7 The Rock app or the 92.9 The X app. You can use those to send us voicemails and images and videos.
Of course, 9/11, and that's on everyone's mind this morning as well.
Or that, yeah. We'll get to all that here in just a bit. Also got some music on the way from Architects and Slipknot, and if you've got something you want to hear, again, let us know. rockmornings.com.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene on your rock station.
On September 11th, 2001.
Our very freedom came under attack.
We're trying to recoup. We lost all units here in this area.
Today, we pause to remember a day that tested our country.
Tower 2 has had a major explosion and what appears to be a complete collapse.
There's no possible way to begin to describe it.
Nearly 3,000 lives were lost in the deadliest attack on American soil in our history.
This is a moment to pause and reflect, to heal, and to rededicate ourselves to the American spirit.
May God bless the victims, their families, and America.
Of one nation indivisible.
"24 years ago today at 8:46 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then again at 9:03 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, hijacked planes crashing into the World Trade Center. 2 other suicide flights crashing at the Pentagon and in the woods in Pennsylvania. A total of 2,792 people dying in the World Trade Center attacks. Another 184 people dying in the Pentagon attack, including those that were on the plane, and 40 people dying in that crash in Pennsylvania. 9/11, 24th anniversary. I like to remember Todd Beamer and Jeremy Glick and Tom Burnett and Mark Bingham, the 4 gentlemen on the plane, Flight 93, who decided they were not going to allow the terrorists to crash that plane where they wanted to, and made that plane go down before it was supposed to.
Obviously, there's memorials all over the country. There's one this morning at sunrise that I wasn't aware of that's been happening every year since. This is Long Island.
Yeah.
500 Long Islanders who died in the terrorist attack are honored at a sunrise memorial service in Point Lookout. That has been happening every year since. The ceremony is at sunrise. Obviously, all are welcome, but bring blankets and sit on the beach and watch the sun come up.
So, Governor Tony Evers declaring September 11, 2025 as a state day of service and remembrance. And as part of his declaration, the governor ordering all the flags in the state to be flown at half staff from sunrise to sunset, also encouraging neighbors to use this day to give back to their communities. As I encourage Wisconsinites to join in honoring this solemn day thoughts through acts of kindness to their neighbors and acts of service in our local communities we will never forget. But yeah, there's a ton of opportunity there to help the communities and to remember 9/11. And here we are 24 years later, and the big news is an assassination that occurred yesterday. Charlie Kirk on a campus in Utah, the Utah Valley University, shot in the neck in the midst of an appearance, a discussion, a debate, whatever you want to refer to it as. Here are some witnesses talking about the scene.
All of a sudden, I heard just one pop. His head kind of fell back, and then I saw everybody dropping, so I dropped down. And then the next thing I know, they said, run, so we all took off running.
We heard two pops, and we ran. Some people were standing there still taking videos. So I went back out to look over the railing to see like maybe someone just did some firecrackers, something like that. But more and more people were screaming, crying, dispersing super quickly from the scene.
Charlie hit the ground. We saw him fall. But it looks like the shot came and it hit, so he was facing us, and it looks like it hit the left side of his neck, and then we all took to the ground.
Yeah, I saw several videos of the incident yesterday, and I only heard the one pop, if you want to call it a pop. One gunshot, so that sounds like a person who's trained, got him right in the neck, killed almost instantly. Right? Still at large. There was video of a older gentleman who had been handcuffed and kind of hogtied, and they were carrying him out. And there was an assumption at first that was maybe the shooter, but apparently that was denied. But the shooter still at large, believed to have fired once from a nearby roof in a targeted attack, according to the Utah Department of Public Safety, which is leading the investigation along with the FBI. 2 people considered suspects were later released. Mm-hmm. Charlie Kirk, conservative U.S. political activist and campaigner for the president, Donald Trump, fatally shot at an event at Utah Valley University. Afterwards, talking heads on television and the internet and all sorts of places offering up their thoughts about the situation. And a commentator on MSNBC apparently lost his job for what he said.
We don't know if this was a supporter shooting their gun off in celebration, or so we have no idea about this. But following up what was just said, he's been one of the most divisive, especially divisive younger figures in this, who is constantly sort of pushing this sort of hate speech.
Yeah, so that comment got him in some pretty big trouble. MSNBC quickly addressed how inappropriate it was, writing, quote, during our breaking news coverage of the shooting of Charlie Kirk, Matthew Dode made comments that were inappropriate, insensitive, and unacceptable. We apologize for his statements, as has he. There is no place for violence in America, political or otherwise.
MSNBC firing a political analyst by the name of Matthew Dode for suggesting hateful rhetoric from Turning Point USA co-founder Charlie Kirk, leading to his own assassination. The network previously denounced his comments on social media, and then they obviously apologized and fired him for that. President Trump had some thoughts, obviously, in the afternoon.
My great fellow Americans, I am filled with grief and anger at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk on a college campus in Utah. Charlie inspired millions, and tonight all who knew him and loved him are united in shock and horror. Charlie was a patriot who devoted his life to the cause of open debate and the country that he loved so much, the United States of America. He fought for liberty, democracy, justice, and the American people. He's a martyr for truth and freedom, and there's never been anyone who was so respected by youth. Charlie was also a man of deep, deep faith, and we take comfort in the knowledge that he is now at peace with God in heaven. Our prayers are with his wife, Erica, the 2 young, beloved children, and his entire family, who he loved more than anything in the world. We ask God to watch over them in this terrible hour of heartache and pain.
Trump's comments following the assassination of Charlie Kirk at Utah Valley University yesterday, and then on late-night television, Stephen Colbert, who obviously is no fan of Trump and of conservatives or Republicans, offered up some thoughts on his show.
After our scripts for tonight's show were finished this afternoon, we here at The Late Show learned that Charlie Kirk, a prominent right-wing activist, was killed at a speaking engagement in Utah. Our condolences go out to his family and all of his loved ones. I'm old enough to personally remember the political violence of the 1960s. And I hope it is obvious to everyone in America that political violence does not solve any of our political differences. Political violence only leads to more political violence. And I pray with all my heart that this is the aberrant action of a madman and not a sign of things to come.
Department believes the shooter fired from the roof of a building and fired only once. So again, this is a trained killer. This is usually someone who has skill or training to be able to fire once and a kill shot, in the neck. Loose Center,
LOSEE, is the building from either the rooftop or a window 142 yards away, dressed in dark colors, apparently. And still at large.
Yes.
So
and
as of this morning, I woke up
they're
this
only
morning.
looking for one person.
I was looking immediately. The person that yesterday when they were like, we have the shooter in custody that you were mentioning, the older gentleman proved to not be the case at all. And they're grabbed my phone this morning as soon as I woke up to see if they had found anybody yet, but not as of this morning.
No. Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Moving on, we've got a lot of other stuff to get to today. Mm-hmm. Obviously, if that's the kind of thing you want to focus on, you've got plenty of other outlets for that. That's about all I want to really say about the whole thing and about all I want to discuss with it, because it's almost too much, almost too much. We've got music on the way from A Day to Remember. Hypothetical Thursday later on. Office Cora is going to join us, find out what she's up to this weekend in the 715.
Man, the weather is going to be warmer and dry, but very, very foggy this morning, so take that into account.
Be on the lookout for people in the crosswalks or, riding their bikes or whatever they're doing.
A bicycle this morning.
Yeah.
Thankfully, they were well lit, but be careful.
It's Architects.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find them online at rockmornings.com.
That is the band Architects with Everything Ends on Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. The Brewers' season might be coming to an end if they don't turn this around. They've now been swept by the Rangers after a loss yesterday.
Yeah, that's flared out to first and caught as Berger, ranging out toward the grass, reaches up to make the catch, and this one is over. Rangers have swept the Milwaukee Brewers, and they go 5-1 on the homestand, and they continue to put pressure on the rest of the American League.
They continue to roll. Big series from Michael Hellman. Jake Berger gets all the attention today. Man, this Rangers team is rolling, and they're fun to watch right now.
Yeah, Jake Berger homering twice yesterday, and the Rangers, who are trying to get into the playoffs, beat the Brew Crew 6-3, complete a 3-game sweep of the Brewers, who still have the best record in the majors and are still up 5.5 games on the Cubs in the NL Central, but still.
But that's a slippery slope you don't want to stay on.
Yeah, the Brewers actually had a chance to be the first team in Major League Baseball to clinch a playoff spot yesterday with a win and some help from some other teams, but they haven't been swept since they lost their first 3 games of the season at the New York Yankees, so it's been a minute, which is good, but at the same time, you don't like to see this at the end of the season. Brew Crew are at home. They're off today. They're at home tomorrow night, 7:10 first pitch. The first of 3 against the Cardinals. Only 15 games left in the regular season. And again, only up 5.5 games on the Cubs right now in the NL Central. Week 2 of the NFL kicking off tonight with the Commanders at the Packers.
Go, Pack, go!
That game at 7:15 on Prime. Detroit will host Chicago at noon on Sunday. The Vikings will be at home against Atlanta on Sunday Night Football on NBC at 7:20. Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson apologizing to the Buffalo Bills fan that he shoved on Sunday nights, but also offered up a little bit of advice to the fan. Said, quote, "Just chill next time. You can talk trash and stuff, but keep your hands to yourself." That fan, of course, has been banned not only from Buffalo games, but from all NFL stadiums.
Yeah.
For shoving Lamar Jackson. Can't do it. Can't put your hands on the players, man. Just can't. Meanwhile, another quarterback is going to be out this Sunday against the Saints. That would be the 49ers quarterback, Brock Purdy.
I got a chance.
Head coach Kyle Shanahan said yesterday that Purdy is dealing with a left shoulder and a toe injury. On top of that, 49ers placing their star tight end George Kittle on the IL as he deals with a hamstring injury from week 1. 49ers will likely start backup quarterback Mac Jones, former Patriot starter, in the game on Sunday against the Saints. Saints, baby. The Aints. No way. And former Cubs All-Star Anthony Rizzo is returning to the organization as an ambassador for the club and will retire as a Chicago Cub during an on-field ceremony at Wrigley Field before Saturday's game against the Tampa Bay Rays.
Rizzo.
Spell it.
R-I-Z-Z-O.
Yes. Not Frank Rizzo, Anthony Rizzo. He's 36. He played 14 years in Major League Baseball, including a decade with the Cubs, where he made 3 All-Star teams and won 4 Gold Gloves. His biggest accomplishment was helping the Cubs to a World Series title in 2016, the first for the Cubs in 108 years. He played his final 3.5 seasons for the Yankees after he was traded there in the summer of 2021, but he'll be back in Chicago on Saturday for an on-field ceremony, and will sign that, one-day contract to be a Cub and retire.
So this Green Bay Washington Commander game,
yes, tonight.
Long history between the two. Did you?
Well, yeah. I mean, the Commanders are obviously, used to be the Washington Redskins, and both teams, I think they were original NFL teams, right? 1932
was the first time that they met. It was 5 days after Franklin Roosevelt was elected president. It was the Boston Braves back then, and the Packers shut them out 21-0. 4 years later, those two teams played on an even bigger stage. It was 1936 and the NFL championship. Washington's owner then, frustrated with the lack of fans, by the way, refused to host the title game in his own city. So they moved it to New York, where the Packers ended up winning. And then one of the wildest games ever in Monday Night Football. I saw this yesterday and I was intrigued, so I looked up some more about it. It was a shootout on Monday Night Football, 48-47 in favor of Green Bay. It's still, by the way, the second highest scoring game in Monday Night Football history. 11 touchdowns, by the way.
It's a few.
And
not
then
a lot of defense getting played in that game.
The first primetime game after 9/11 was this matchup, and it was Monday night, and it was September 24th of 2001. It was the first primetime game after 9/11.
Yeah, because they took a week off, and then there was, of course, I remember that Patriots game when they all came out running with the flags and everything, and then that was the Monday night game.
Monday night game, and it was remembered as much for being that as it was for the actual play on the field. And it's going to be in Green Bay, obviously, and there's going to be a tribute to 9/11 tonight. Before the game, I had seen, I don't know if it's going to be actually how much coverage that's going to get, but obviously the people in attendance are going to be moved. But I heard that there was going to be quite a bit of importance placed on that prior to kickoff tonight.
We'll get to a day to remember and I Prevail in just a bit.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene on your rock station.
Are you woozy from watching your Giants get clobbered, your Dolphins slaughtered, or your Panthers embarrassed? You may be suffering from STRS, Sunday Ticket Regret Syndrome. In a moment of weakness, you signed up for YouTube's Sunday Ticket package. Now look, you're locked in a contract for the next 5 months because you stupidly thought this would be the Texans' year. Breaking news, it's never the Texans' year. Fortunately, there's a solution. Introducing bandwagoning. Each week you root for the team with a proven record of success instead of the one you relentlessly torture yourself with, the Browns. Don't let STRS get you down. Bandwagon today. Feel better forever. Or at least until your wife reminds you that you have no money left for your daughter's braces. But that's okay, because now, every week, you're a winner.
Yeah. You spend all that money on the ticket to watch a team that you have such high hopes for, and they go out and lay a fart in week 1. Like my stupid-ass New England Patriots.
I was just going to say.
Bunch of bums. Maybe a get-right game against Miami this weekend. We'll see. We'll see. Miami did not do well in their first game of the season either. But tonight, it's week 2, kicking off on Amazon Prime, the 19th season premiere of Thursday Night Football, 7:15 kickoff, Packers hosting the Commanders.
Winter warning white tonight, by the way.
Yeah, they've got those new, they're kind of like those City Rush jerseys or whatever that the Bucks wear, kind of, or, where they're like all different colors, and so every team's got them.
Fans reminded to wear white attire to Lambeau tonight. And I think there's a Sterling Sharp halftime ceremony as well. His induction into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Yep.
So they're doing a halftime ceremony tonight. It'd be a fun game to be at, quite frankly. It sounds like there's going to be a lot between the 9/11 serious tribute things that are going to happen before the game and the winter whiteout and the Commanders, and it's a warm, September night, and then the halftime celebration for Sterling.
If Thursday Night Football isn't your thing and you want to watch something else, you are in luck. Celebrity Family Feud is on ABC starting at 7 o'clock. Lainey Wilson taking on Leanne Morgan. And Olympic gymnast Jordan Childs and Steven Nedorosik, the pommel horse guy. The pommel horse guy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The dork with the glasses?
Yes.
They're going to, and she's going to be on Dancing with the Stars, Jordan Childs. So that's on Celebrity Family Feud on ABC tonight. Over on the CW tonight, a 1-hour special. Bill O'Reilly confronting evil.
The world's most ruthless men, past and present, exposed.
Evil is contagious.
Bill O'Reilly uncovers the disturbing parallels between history's monsters and today's global threats.
Evil doesn't just happen.
And if America doesn't fight them, who will? Leland Vittert hosts Bill O'Reilly, Confronting Evil.
So I think he wrote a book called Confronting Evil, and it's a 1-hour special of him talking about it and Hitler and a bunch of other people, Putin and whatnot. But Bill O'Reilly, Confronting Evil, a new 1-hour special on the CW tonight.
Say, baby, put down that pipe and get my pipe up.
I don't think that's part of the conversation, but might come up. Also, episode 4 of NCIS, Tony and Ziva on Paramount Plus.
Tony, 115 million euros was just wired into your bank.
What?
Classic hacker trick. Hey.
Miserable. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Someone is trying to frame us for this cyber attack. We have to stop them before they hurt more people.
I want to stay with you.
It's too dangerous. We're fugitives from Interpol.
Until our names are cleared. Modern-day Bonnie and Clyde with better snacks.
NCIS, Tony and Ziva, episode 4 on Paramount Plus today. Also, episode 4 of Peacemaker, season 2 on HBO Max. And the 3rd season finale of Star Trek Strange New Worlds, also on Paramount Plus. Fallon's New with Reese Witherspoon, Mark Ronson as his guests. Jimmy Kimmel's got Sean Penn, Owen Cooper. Usher and Mac DeMarco are going to be on with Stephen Colbert, and Seth Meyers is talking to America Ferrara and Hugh Bonneville tonight. That's what's on the boob tube. Going to be watching some football. That's my plan.
Yeah, to the pregame atmosphere, they're going to use special lighting elements during player introductions, I guess, tonight. Okay. Some flickering lights and spotlights. The stadium lights will be completely turned off in the stadium while the pre-intro video plays. Fans are advised to be in their seats early, so they're going to actually shoot off fireworks an hour before they want people to get into the, like, hey, it's time to come to the ballpark now, because I told you they were going to do that special on-field tribute during those pregame activities to honor the courage and sacrifice of 9/11. There's going to be a surviving firefighter from 9/11 there, the daughter of a fallen firefighter, a pilot, and a flight attendant. All tonight that will be honored. So fireworks will be set off at the stadium roof 1 hour prior to kickoff to say, hey, come on. And then they'll have the flyover as well.
Very cool. Tonight's game.
Very cool. It's
Amazon
very
Prime.
cool.
Thursday Night Football, week 2 kicking off.
Yep.
I think we both picked the Packers to win, right? With our pigskin picks?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, this is going to be a good game to watch.
Got some Weezer coming up in a bit. Also, some Slipknots. Right now, it's Stone Temple Pilots.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find them online at rockmornings.com.
Weezer on Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. You had a trampoline in your backyard for a while, right?
Years.
Kids loved it, I'm assuming?
Yes, and the neighborhood was always over, and I was always nervous, basically. Yeah. I mean, it was great. It was great exercise, lots of fun. But I was always nervous that somebody would get hurt, obviously.
No major injuries, though?
No. My daughter hurt her neck once, like flipping over and landing weird. And, I mean, something that recovered at home. We didn't have to go to the emergency room or whatever. And they would, summer nights, they'd put sheets over it and, put glow sticks and have a little camp out on that. Yeah, multi-use. Jump from that into the pool when we had the above ground there during COVID.
Dogs ever get on there?
Yeah, all the time. Winnie did.
Loved it?
She did. She loved anything that was mayhem. So, yes, she loved it. Get on with the kids, right?
Oh,
so,
yeah. Then you get off and you jump on the ground and feels super weird.
Yeah.
Like you can't actually jump.
One of the funniest things, and it's a saying now, my husband and I still to this day, Henry had some friends over, a bunch of boys, and they had the garden hose out and they were wetting it down, and that's really dangerous. You're not supposed to do that, right? So it was Darius and Evan were over, and so I yelled out the window put down the hose and get off the tramp. Really loud.
Right. So
Hey, boys,
Yeah.
put down the hose and get off the tramp.
And they were probably
And
old enough to know what that meant.
And they turned around and looked at me. And I didn't even mean it like that, but
Right.
it sure came out like that. So
Yeah.
put
And
down
they
the hose
probably
and get
had a
off the
really
tramp.
good laugh, I'm assuming.
Yes, to this day.
All right. Remember that time Mom said
When your mother yelled
to get off them hose?
Get off, yeah, put down the hose and get off the tramp.
Well, this trampoline saved a life.
How?
In Iowa. It's in Glenwood, Iowa. And it was a group of construction workers who used a trampoline to save a boy after rescuing others from a burning house.
No way.
Yeah, this was on Monday. A fire happened at about 12:30 in the afternoon. Glenwood Fire Chief Matt Gray commending the heroes for their quick thinking. A couple of employees, John Lewis, Gabe Record, and Damian Pond, happened to be nearby, saw the house on fire, went over to the house, went into the home, able to rescue 2 women and a girl. Record then gives a harrowing account while attempting to rescue those that were inside the house, talking about the kid upstairs.
When you hear a child in harm's way, you'll do what you got to do. So I grabbed a trampoline, and me and another friend took and scooted it over to the window, and it was black and with the flames and the smoke. And we coached him down to get him to jump. So he jumped out of the window onto the trampoline, and once he hit the trampoline, I caught him and got him away from the building, and we knew everyone was out at that point.
Ugh.
Well, when you see the pictures of the house, it's not totally gone, but it's pretty bad shape. One whole side of the house, the living area of the house, is all burnt up and charred up. So this construction crew, Leak, L-E-I-C-K, I think is how you might pronounce that, Leak Construction there in Glenwood, Iowa. A couple of guys on the job site down the street, see the house on fire, run over there, grab the trampoline, get a couple of people out. Record said, quote, I didn't know what to do, so I kind of came out the front door. And there was an explosion. I turned sideways, got out, and that was that. A boy who was also the son of one of the other occupants remained trapped on the upper floor. So the workers there using a trampoline in the yard to get the kid out.
They drug it over there and said, you've got to jump. You've got to.
All 3, by the way, of those construction workers were injured in that event. One of the guys said he suffered injuries to his face and his eyes. One of the other guys got second-degree burns and was transported to a burn unit.
Yeah, I mean, they kicked in the door and they went through fire. They were crawling below the smoke line trying to grab this little girl and the grandmother. And I mean, second-degree burns.
Fire department planning to honor the 3 men at a later date. Community also rallying around that family who were, of course, out at the home Tuesday to go through what's left of the house. And they have a donation drive going on. And, of course, lots of community members coming out and helping them. And hopefully the 3 construction workers also get a little bit of help from the community because they obviously did what was right and helped save that family. Several members of that family saved by those 3 guys on that construction crew.
Yeah, totally different outcome if they wouldn't have been brave enough to do what they did.
Hypothetical Thursday, Gene's question for me coming up in just a bit. Also some Evanescence, rockmornings.com if you want our contact info. Brian in Colorado said, good morning, Brian and Gene. Not to take away from anything, but I think Gene will take you in the football bets. Said Chicago over Detroit. Don't think Detroit is the same team, but we'll see. It's a whole season long. It's not just weekly. Whole season long.
Although I'll take any victory I can.
You're going to need it. You're already trailing by 5 here after week 1.
Week 1.
Week 2 kicks off tonight. Thanks, Brian.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Start your day with Rock Mornings.
Remember when you wouldn't make your bed?
Well, not today.
It's National Make Your Bed Day.
The key to victory is a well-made bed.
You make your bed every day.
Practice until you can make your bed in your sleep.
You failed to make your bed.
Meanwhile, I'm sleeping in it.
You make your bed and just sleep in it.
Won't have time for sleeping, soldier. Not with all the bed making you'll be doing.
Happy National Make Your Bed Day.
It's showtime.
National Make Your Bed Day. Obviously, today, of course, the anniversary of 9/11. National Macadamia Nut Day. Eat an extra dessert day. National Wildlife Day and Make Your Bed Day.
Do you make your bed?
No, because I leave in the morning.
But does it get made?
The wife sort of rearranges it. So, you go to bed. You're in bed for the night.
Yeah,
the dogs are in there. There's tossing and turning. The dog gets up. The dog gets back in the bed. The blankets get askew. But when I come home, the wife has put the pillows back where they belong.
Straightened out made the bed.
Yeah, I mean, it's not perfect, but it's better than the situation it was left in. I don't, because I get up and go to work. But when she gets up, she does that. I'm assuming same
in my house, yeah. But important to me. I mean, I know some people that don't, right? I'm just going to get back in it. So what difference does it make? But I was raised by a farm woman who was very important that everybody in the house make their bed. That was the thing with my mother, for sure.
There is, so today is National Make Your Bed Day. Somewhere around 40% of us do that every day, while the other 60% haven't done it since we were forced to get your allowance, or by mom and dad because it was just part of the daily chores.
Because you had to, yeah.
There are some benefits to making your bed each and every day, and here are some of them. Happiness, right at the top of the list. A study found that 62% of non-bed makers admit they are unhappy with their lives, while 71% of bed makers say they're happy.
All right.
That could be a million other factors.
I was just going to say, okay. But it's the clutter for me.
If you're starting the day by accomplishing a simple and easy task, it's a great way to start on the positive foot, right? On the right foot. You get up, you make the bed, you have a good cup of coffee.
There's some order
right.
to things.
Yes. And it's, like I said, it's a very simple and easy way to check off something positive from a list. I don't know why people don't. Why they get, it's like...
Well, I have 3 children. One makes it every day, and the other 2 never. So it's just the way it is.
Can I guess?
Yeah, you probably can.
So I know Henry doesn't.
Right.
That's obvious. So it's just between Grace and Ella, huh?
Try to figure out which one's most like me, and there's your answer.
Oh, then Ella makes her bed and
Correct.
Grace doesn't. Okay,
Correct.
There we go.
Yes.
All right, that was easy.
Yeah, so they're in your 40% or whatever, 60% of people that don't make it ever.
Henry's almost like a cartoon character in that sense, where he's so predictable. You know, like I just look at him and I barely know the kid. You know, obviously I've known him, but you're like, yeah, that's a kid doesn't make his bed. Know that right.
Well,
away.
And apparently he's not alone. A lot of people don't. Huh?
Yeah. Another benefit to making your bed is sleep. According to a National Sleep Foundation survey, a made bed contributes to healthier sleep habits and better rest. Some people say that a made bed feels more inviting when they're ready to sleep. Well, yeah, I mean, if you're going to bed and the bed is still a mess from the night before and you have to straighten it out before you go to bed, it's kind of frustrating, right? You're already kind of sleepy. You're ready to get in the bed. You want those fresh sheets. We all know how good that feels on a Sunday night before you...
Yes, I always do that.
Got up and got to go to work on Monday. Here's another benefit to having a bed made each and every day.
Never had one before.
What, a room to yourself?
A bed.
It's a turn on. So if you're single, someone's coming over, the bed's made, which, let's be honest, it probably should be if you're expecting some activities. One poll says that 42% of bed makers say it would be a turn off if a potential partner left the sheets untucked. Now, you can't account for those random one-timers, you know, where maybe you got up and you went out and you didn't think that it was going to happen and you come home and everything's kind of a mess. But yeah, I mean, if you're expecting some activity after a date or something like that, if you come back to your pad and the bed's already pre-made, then there's like, oh, okay, some thought went into this.
But we might have some argument for not making your bed, at least for 30 minutes after you get out of it.
Last but not least on the benefits for making your bed each and every day is sex. Non-bed makers enjoy some quote-unquote playtime under the sheets twice a week on average. But bed makers apparently enjoy bedroom fun 3 times a week on average.
Well, again, it's the happiness thing. I don't know if it's the bed has anything to do with it, or if it's just...
You're getting it one extra time a week.
Let's do it in my twin bed. Twin bed. I'm not gonna like it. But it's the only option. Well, we can get it poppin'.
Gonna do it in my twin bed. Twin bed.
Science, #science, and this grosses me out, so now I'm gonna have to rethink things.
Just the bed bugs and hair and dander and
it's mites. It's which that happen from everyone, right? It's the skin thing. So they say it actually, if you leave your sheets unopen for 30 minutes after you get out of them in the morning, whether that's with a fan on them or a ceiling fan or your windows are open or whatever, it just dries things out and has less moisture, which then makes it a less hospitable environment. So,
well, it
still
doesn't
make
mean
your
you
bed,
don't,
but just maybe wait, get up, take a shower, do your things, and then go back and make it later.
National Make Your Bed Day. It's also Hypothetical Thursday, and Gene's going first this week. So what do you got?
Zombie apocalypse or alien invasion?
Oh, zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have no idea what's going on. I told you about the octopus, the eyeball octopus thing. It's a whole new alien. In the Alien Earth show that I'm watching. Aliens, you have no idea. I mean, we're basing it on, we assume it comes from somewhere, right? I'm a firm believer that many things have probably crashed into this planet that are of alien design. Maybe even little green men. Because where does that come from, right? You don't just wake up one day and think...
Well, somebody had to draw it a long time ago and come up with
where
the
does that come
concept
from?
of it.
You might have seen something, right? Or somebody saw something. I mean, we all sort of hold that to be true. That aliens, in our minds, have these weird, slender bodies.
E.T.
Big, giant eyeballs.
Look at how cute he was.
Greenish skin, maybe telepathically
Light up
communicate.
his finger lights up.
But you don't know. That might not be what aliens are.
You also go through your chest and then come out through the thing.
Yes, that could be an alien.
Yeah.
Or this eyeball tentacle squid monster
You
thing.
really are
Bro, I can't even begin to tell you how horrific this thing is. It's terrifying.
So you know with the zombies though, but what about
there's two choices with zombies. You either get fast zombies or you get slow zombies. But you kill zombies essentially by chopping off their head or like injuring their brain or burning them till there's nothing left. So zombies, unless it's one of those things where it's like in The Last of Us. Have you seen this on HBO based on a video game? They're kind of zombies, but it's more of it's like the rabbits, the fungal infection with the rabbits, some sort of weird fungus plant thing.
Yes.
Well, with those zombies,
so it's a virus versus a.
Yeah, I mean, but they sort of become these, living dead people, right? But zombies, I feel like we're ready for zombies. You know what I mean? Like we're well prepared, obviously, in this country.
Flamethrowers and
some machine guns and bazookas, and we're good to go.
Well, how many seasons of The Walking Dead have there been?
Too many seasons because they don't learn. They don't learn from their mistakes. They continue to walk around and meet with new people and try to get into some kind of organization, and those people are cannibals or they're whatever. Yeah, I mean, look, I would if I had to choose one in terms of
because you just don't know because they could be nice and they could be cute and they could be like little teddy bear new friends. Yeah. Or they could be like...
Aliens are terrifying in the sense that they are unknown. Like, again, we have an assumption that we know what an alien is. It's either going to come down here and try to kill us all, or it's going to try to make friends, and we're going to kill it
District
and then piss
9.
people. Yeah, shrimp people. Yeah, body horror, all that stuff. But zombies, again, it's dead people. So you just have to come to terms with the fact that you're killing dead people.
Somebody who's already dead.
Right, and if you have trouble with that...
Before they get to you.
Right, if you have trouble with that, then you're going to struggle in the zombie apocalypse. I don't particularly have a problem with that. If somebody comes back to life after they're dead, then I'm sorry, but you had your chance. You don't get a second shot at this.
So the unknown of the alien could be nice, could be awful, could be this tentacle octopus.
I'll find. I got to find a video of this thing.
Yeah, you do have to. It's
dude, it is terrifying. I think the thing about it too that's terrifying is that it's small. Like with the big alien from the Alien movies with Sigourney Weaver,
yes.
It's big, it's horrifying, right? It's glistening, it's black, it's tentacles, it's teeth, it's metal, it's acid blood, all that stuff, right? It's got all these visceral visual things. This thing is small. It's about the size of, I don't know, this bag of nuts that I'm eating. And it's just, but it's like...
But it's brutal.
Want nothing to do with it, brah. And the other thing, too, is they haven't really shown you, with the Alien films, we have several films where we know how they get killed. The predators come around, they cut their heads off, all this stuff, right? The humans can kill them, you can burn them, all that stuff.
Maybe.
Shoot them out into space.
Maybe.
But we have a lot of film history with the aliens on how to take care of them. This thing is new, and I don't know what the hell they're going to do with this thing. Anyways, yeah.
Zombie apocalypse.
I would take the zombie apocalypse. And the other thing, too, is that at some point you just run out. You know what I mean? Like, you kill all the zombies. The aliens, who knows? They're coming from where they might have a whole universe full of these things. How do you stop that? Zombies, though, there's
infinite. At some point, there's no more.
And I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'd have to. I mean, because.
Do you think you could bring yourself to kill a zombie?
Sure.
You got a sword in your hand. You could swing on this thing and chop its head off?
Well, whether I could actually swing the sword physically is the bigger question than whether I could morally kill the zombie.
All right, let's say
if
big
I'm powerful
gun.
enough to
big
do
gun.
it.
You got a big gun that does the job.
If I'm powerful enough to do it, then yes, of course I would.
All right.
I could. Because like you said, I could rationalize that you're no longer who you were. You know, you're now something else and not a person.
Jake texted me and said E.T. was a fat little thing. Yeah, but E.T. was also big head, big eyes, and weird body. Well,
nice.
Also could control, plant life with his body.
I know, but was a friend. Wanted to be friend. I mean, like, good.
In the original E.T., they wanted him to bang the mom. Hashtag Google that. And tell me how friendly E.T. is, coming down and banging his mom.
Well, but okay, lots of the aliens in the Star Trek movies and ended up being friends, right? Like, look at
the Klingons are still not good. I mean, they got one of them, but they, the rest of them not
live long and prosper.
The Borg, all these other
best friends. You will always be my friend. I was an alien.
Sports in just a bit. Hypothetical Thursday continues with my question for Gene a bit later on. Right now, it's Evanescence.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find the daily podcast at rockmornings.com.
Afterlife from Evanescence on Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. The Brewers struggling. Losing to the Rangers 6-3 yesterday. Got the sweep.
And that's flared out to first and caught as Berger, ranging out toward the grass, reaches up to make the catch, and this one is over. Rangers have swept the Milwaukee Brewers, and they go 5-1 on the homestand. And they continue to put pressure on the rest of the American League.
They continue to roll. Big series from Michael Hellman. Jake Berger gets all the attention today. Man, this Rangers team is rolling, and they're fun to watch right now.
Brewers off today. At home tomorrow night, 7:10 first pitch for the first of three against the Cardinals. Still 5.5 up on the Cubs in the NL Central, and only 15 games left in the regular season before the postseason begins. Week 2 of the NFL kicking off tonight. Commanders at Packers, 7:15 on Prime.
Did you see the white cheese heads?
I did.
Those look cool, don't they?
Detroit hosting Chicago at noon on Sunday.
The Bears.
And the Vikings at home against Atlanta on Sunday Night Football on NBC. Fresno State men's basketball player manipulating his performance for gambling purposes.
Ooh.
And conspired with 2 players to place bets on his stats, according to findings from an NCAA investigation that were released yesterday. The NCAA ruling that Fresno State forward Michael Robinson, San Jose State guard Steven Vasquez, and Fresno State guard Jalen Weaver are now permanently ineligible due to gambling violations, are no longer enrolled at their schools. Either Robinson and Vasquez, who were roommates at Fresno State during the 23-24 season, conspired to wager on Robinson to underperform during a game on January 7th of this year, a game between Fresno State and Colorado State. 3 prop bets totaling $2,200 were placed on the under on Robinson's stats. The bets, which were flagged by a Nevada sportsbook operator, ended up winning a net of $15,950. So a significant, amount of cash for a wager, and got flagged. And now these guys are all banned from their schools and banned from NCAA basketball.
Well, what'd they think that was going to happen?
Probably didn't think that far, is my guess. 4 people arrested yesterday in connection with the shooting of Florida State linebacker Ethan Pritchard, which happened last month.
Oh, is this the kid that was like in the parking lot of his when he was visiting? Yeah.
Jaden Bodison, Karan Miller, Germany Atkins, and a 4th unnamed minor, all arrested, according to the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. Bodison, Miller, and the unnamed minor charged with 3 counts of attempted murder, 1 count of shooting into an occupied vehicle. Atkins was charged with 1 count of probation violation. Pritchard, who is a freshman at Florida State, shot in the back of his head on August 30th while he was in Havana, Florida, visiting his family. Shot while inside the vehicle just before 10 p.m., taken to a local hospital, still recovering, but in stable condition.
He was, if I remember correctly, he was ambushed as he was dropping off his aunt and a child after they had had a family reunion.
And 8 men who are affiliated with the Detroit Tigers have now been accused of misconduct towards women since 2023, according to an article by The Athletic. 4 vice presidents and 2 high-ranking employees were among those included in the allegations. 7 of the 8 men reportedly involved work for Illich Sports and Entertainment, which operates the Tigers, Red Wings, Comerica Park, and Little Caesars Arena. 6 of those 8 men were either fired, resigned, or did not have their contracts renewed, according to the article. 1 was suspended as a result of the Athletics investigation. A current male employee told the Athletic that the working environment was, quote, not a safe place for women.
Should be.
So there's that.
Should be a safe place.
It's Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Got a text from Chris. Said, I'm tired as hell and it's time to sleep. I give 2 craps what the sheets look like.
I hear you.
Zach texting in, say, I'm a firm believer that we're not alone out there and that there's aliens. Oh, I believe there's aliens too. But your hypothetical was given the choice of a possible end to humanity.
Yeah.
Would I take alien invasion or zombie apocalypse? I would go zombie apocalypse.
The known versus the unknown. That's it. Even though the aliens could, in theory, be fine and your friend.
Yeah, but we're talking about the end of the world here. We're not talking about friendly aliens. Right?
The ship's coming. Isn't that what you...
It is. November, December.
So says the one
Harvard,
scientist.
the Harvard scientist,
Yeah.
the PhD dude. The dude who's got more brains than the both of us put together. Times 2. Yeah, that guy. Hypothetical Thursday continues in just a bit with my question for Gene. It's Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Weekdays, 6 to 9.
Gene's question for me was, given the choice of 2 possible endings to the world,
Or just which one would you rather be stuck in, I guess?
I would go with zombie apocalypse versus alien invasion. We may not have the tech to deal with the aliens yet. You know what I mean? We assume that fire, guns, swords should be enough. What if it doesn't work?
Well, you just showed me the video of the little octopus eyeball
the
alien.
Oculus alien from Alien Earth, the new show on Hulu, and it's terrifying. It gets into your eye socket. It essentially turns you into some sort of weird zombie. And then when it's done with you, it just takes itself right out of your eye socket, and you're just a meat sack.
And it moves very quickly.
Yes, and it uses its tentacles to, like, slingshot itself across the room. Yeah, I want nothing to do with that.
It's taking on a predator right now.
Yeah.
And it's this big.
I told you, it got in that guy's eye, and it jumped on the predator, not the predator, but it jumped on the alien's back and started chewing on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it got out, and then it attacked the predator, or the alien again. By itself.
So zombies going up full bore on the zombie.
Take the known
virus.
over the unknown.
Yeah.
Right?
Unlive people.
Dead people. Come back to life. Even if it was like some sort of rage virus type thing, which is what it is in 28 Days Later, right? Where they're vomiting blood. They're not technically dead, but they're... Yeah, I'm good with that. I'll take
Still taking that
over aliens.
I thought maybe you'd take aliens only because you're so interested in them. And
yeah, I can be interested from afar. I don't need to be in the midst of it.
And they could be friendly.
No. Hypothetical Thursday, that was Gene's question for me. Zach saying that he's a firm believer that we're not alone. That doesn't mean that Zach would choose the alien invasion over the zombie apocalypse.
Would you, Zach? I don't know.
Not sure. My buddy Jake said E.T. was a fat little thing, talking about aliens. Yeah, look, I'm just saying that if you hear the word alien, almost the first thing that comes to most people's minds, the majority of the time, would be little green Martians, right? The big heads, the big eyes, skinny little weird bodies. Yeah. And then you can
just apparently have sucked many, many people up.
And
and given them an enlightened experience and then just dropped them down back into their beds. From the street. They've just been sucked up and then they've been just dropped
my
down.
grassy knoll, my gassy hole.
Exactly. It's happened. Many, many, many people will tell you about their experiences being lifted into the ship and then gently brought
log
back
maker
down.
and hog taker. All right. I'm going to go a little more timely with my hypothetical question. And this person is probably somewhat thankful for the events of yesterday because now she's no longer the top news story. Last Friday, Phillies Karen became an internet sensation, and we spent several days trying to track her down. And then, of course, the events of yesterday occurred at Utah Valley University, and she's no longer the number one story. And we can pretty much
it ran its course, didn't
we
it?
pretty much don't care anymore. No matter what side you fall on with the whole Charlie Kirk thing. So I'm going to put you in that situation. You're at a ball game with your son, maybe your daughter, right? The kids celebrating Henry's 10th, 11th, 12th birthday, whatever it is. Foul ball comes into your area.
Yeah.
Couple of rows over, maybe. Not a lot of people there, so you take a chance to go get the ball.
Yeah, of course.
As you reach and grab it, you celebrate your success by going back to your son, putting the ball in his glove, and the next thing you know, some psycho in a Phillies jersey with a Karen haircut comes over and grabs your arm and starts screaming in your face, "That's my ball."
They have the ball. Get out of here. I can't. First of all, I'm non-confrontational. I don't like angry people. And as Grant was saying the other day when we were talking, if it was a ball that I knew that maybe I could sell and send all my kids to school and pay for their college with because it meant something, it was some sort of, well, then maybe you'd have a little bit of a fight. But some random ball that means nothing other than you got it at the ball, I'd just go to the pro shop and buy him one.
I did like Grant's suggestion that if you want the ball, take it from his glove.
We're willing to give it to you, but you're going to take it out of my kid's actual glove. I'm not handing it to you.
Which I think she would have done anyway.
Oh, I think she would have totally done it anyway.
She wouldn't have cared. She was so hyped up.
She was, yes.
And she was going after other fans.
She was gooped up on GOP.
So you're gonna give her the ball.
Absolutely. Then I'm probably leaving the park because I'm going to be so frustrated and freaked out.
I'm going to pull a Charlton Heston and I'm going to say...
We're going to go get ice cream and we're leaving.
I'm pulling a Charlton Heston and I'm saying, you can have this ball when you pry it from my cold, dead hands. I would hold the ball in front of her face and I'd be like, if you could take this from me physically...
Then you can have it.
You can have it.
Nah, have it. Here, have it. We're going. We're leaving now. We're going to go.
Go ahead.
Go get ice cream.
And I'm not advocating putting hands on somebody.
Slushies. We'll watch the rest of the game from home.
But best of luck to you, lady.
We'll go get chicken fingers. We'll do that instead.
Yeah. We have to stop caving to these women.
I'm out.
We got to stop caving to them. We got to put them in. We got to start putting them in their place. We got to start.
Crazy people, though. You don't know what's going to happen next. That's the problem. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing anything with that possible of crazy people.
I'd rather walk away with the trophy for my son on his birthday than cave into that kind of pressure. Psycho. Go back. I'd be like, get back to your seat before this becomes a real problem.
Well, we are going to be talking to Office Cora later, and I am going to go with she's in my camp of leaving the ballpark.
She may not even know that this whole thing happened. We have no idea. Office Cora seems to be a bit disconnected from reality every once in a while. But
may not be up on top of the
similar
news.
To the dad, going to try to diffuse the situation.
I'm giving her the ball, like I said, and I'm leaving. Like, we're leaving. I'm not dealing with any of that.
The other thought I had was, what if you throw it and she's got to chase it like a dog?
Well, that'd be fun.
You know what I mean?
You can have it.
Or
but
you
then
give it to
somebody else grabs it, and it's just this game of back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, I'm not giving the ball up. Hypothetical Thursday. Timely questions about things happening in our world right now. Phillies Karen very happy about this whole situation yesterday because now she's no longer the top news story.
Well, and they didn't find her, and now it's whatever. It's over.
I think they'll figure it out eventually. Someone will stay on it. Some dog with a bone, who's going to chase that thing down and figure it out. Maybe a while, but yeah. My wife and I talking about the new food items, by the way, at Lambeau.
Yes, the pretzel.
Yeah.
Is that the one?
Well, there's the pretzel, and then there's like that burger, the pulled pork thing or whatever. There was a couple of things that came out, and we realized that, you know, she had a chicken cordon bleu sandwich last night after we got done with an appointment when we went out for food, and it was actually a chicken cordon bleu, which was not what we got when we went to Miller Park. And I think I told you about this earlier this season. We went.
She was disappointed, wasn't it?
Very disappointed, right. And so she said, I'm just going to stick with what I know when it comes to going to the ballparks, and that nacho thing seems to be like the go-to, FYI.
The 3-footer at Miller
Dude,
Park?
if you're going, get it. It's hella.
I think there's games all weekend at Miller Park, isn't there?
Hella good. Yeah, well, yeah, they're against the Cardinals all weekend.
Yeah.
So it was good, filling. It was definitely worth the money. I mean, I don't want to pay $30 for nachos, but if you're going to get something that costs $30, at least you know you got,
and you're
some
feeding
good-ass,
3 people, aren't you?
Good-ass nachos. Yeah. All right, bad news, happy music coming up. As you mentioned, Office Cora. We'll talk to her, see what she's up to in the 715. We'll talk to her about our hypothetical questions as well. And if you want to weigh in on anything this morning, rockmornings.com for all our contact info.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find them online at rockmornings.com.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. About 8:15 on Thursdays, we're joined by the one and only Office Cora to find out what she's up to this weekend in the 715. Office Cora, how are you doing?
I am doing really good. How are you guys doing?
Doing all right. We heard you have a new roommate in your brothel that you're running over there.
Okay, it's not a brothel. It is a very respectable
your housing unit,
house.
your room sharing house.
Your house where you rent rooms to people that need them short term, and you have a new roommate. So welcome to the house.
And yes, welcome to the house and welcome to America. His name is Danilo, and he is here from Serbia, and he is going to be a cardiologist.
Nice. And he's learning about that right now while he's working, like an internship kind of thing?
Yes, so he's at the Mayo Clinic here in Eau Claire.
And you said you introduced him to us via our podcast, which is online at rockmornings.com. And what was his takeaway from that?
Did he love your performance?
I was mortified, but he loves you guys, and he thinks your comedic timing is impeccable. I was mortified because last week the hypothetical question involved me trying to decide if I wanted to. Anyway, it was
top or bottom. You mean when you said you couldn't choose between top or bottom? Because
yes.
I remember that, Office Core, and I actually have audio of that, and we'll play it after we talk to you today.
I forgot that until I hit play, and I was like, "Oh no."
Well, it was a moment of brilliance. Is what it was.
We have that saved.
It's fine.
We have that saved. Don't you worry. Well, I'm glad. Welcome, Danilo. Nice to have you, and best of luck there at Mayo and Eau Claire as you learn how to be a cardiologist.
Yes, thank you.
Hey, just found out this week that you're going to Nashville on this holiday bus. Tell us about the trip.
I know. It's December 3rd through the 7th, and we are taking a holiday tour to Nashville, seeing like all the best things, the Grand Ole Opry, and well, I don't know what all we're seeing, but it's all the good stuff.
Huge. General Jackson's Showboat Cruise. You've got lunch and a show there.
That's right.
You're going to line dance at the Nashville Palace. You're going to the Country Music Hall of Fame, which, by the way, has a new Dolly Parton exhibit. There's the Walk of Fame. There's downtown Nashville for shopping. And, eating and drinking, some libations. And you can find out more. We're leaving from, the bus is leaving from Eau Claire. It's stopping in La Crosse, and I believe there's a stop. You can find out all about it and join Office Core. It's super fun. I went on this Nashville trip in April, and this one is in December. It's going to be great.
My wife and I went to Nashville in May to see Metallica. We did not do a bus tour, but we went down there, the two of us, and we had a blast. And obviously Broadway and all this the stuff downtown is great, but there's a lot of cool stuff to do in Nashville, and you're going to be doing a bunch of it, Office Core.
Yeah, and this Grand Ole Opry show, it's their Christmas show, and these seats are on the main floor. We weren't even on that. We were up in the stands when we went, but yeah, you can find out about it at wiscotrips.com, and Office Cora will be on that bus as well.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be so much fun. I can't wait.
Have you ever been to Nashville before?
I was in Nashville in March. I went with my friend. It was her birthday. So we went down there and we hit, like, just going to the bars on Broadway, the honky tonks, just going in and listening to the music is top notch. Like, these musicians that are playing in the bars are just incredible.
Yeah, they are.
The cool part for me was the fact they were playing during the day. Like, I hate the fact that, like, up around here, you
can't go.
You got to go 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude. Some of us work in the morning. I want to see a band at 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
And you can see it there. It's going to be a good trip. You'll love it.
Oh, my gosh, I can't wait.
So that's going to be in December. What are you doing this weekend in the 715 office, Core? What do you got going on?
Well, this weekend, I'm actually house sitting this place it's a lake house, and I get to hang out with a dog. So it's pretty much the perfect weekend. Getting paid to stay at it's like an Airbnb and hang with a dog, but I'm also going to the Eau Claire Fall Festival.
Ooh.
And it's downtown Eau Claire, and it is 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. There are over 100 street vendors and 20 food trucks.
Yeah.
Food trucks,
And they have like the Reboot Main Stage Beer Garden, and there are bands playing all afternoon. And then there's another area called the Performing Arts Stage, and a couple of my friends are in the upcoming Jersey Boys play, and the Chippewa Valley Theater Guild is putting on kind of like a little preview of the play on the stage. And
that's
that is
Saturday?
at 10:45. Yep.
Saturday, 10 to 4?
10 to 4, downtown Eau Claire.
Go get your pumpkins and get some
all sorts of
candles
vendors.
and hand warmers and whatever.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Snuggly sweaters and great vibes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be perfect weather, perfect day. It's fun for the whole family, and it's free.
Like that.
Even the kids zone, I'm pretty sure the kids even get 2 free bounces.
All right. Fall Festival there in Eau Claire this weekend for Office Core while she's house sitting at an Airbnb. Today happens to be Hypothetical Thursday. And
yes.
Jean's question for me was, given the choice between the two, would you choose alien invasion or zombie apocalypse? If you had to live through one of those two situations, which one would you choose?
I would pick zombie apocalypse all day long because they're pretty much brain dead, and they always seem like they're really slow, so I think I might have a chance.
You haven't seen some of those movies.
Yeah, some of the movies, the zombies move a little quicker.
Fast. They're very fast.
Oh, plus I think killing something that's already dead, I would be okay with that.
So
and aliens, I mean, you never know. You got the high-tech unknowns, advanced weapons, abductions, probing. No, thank you.
Not a fan of the probing, are you?
No.
When was the last time you got probed?
Well, you've heard those stories. People get sucked up by the light, don't they?
I don't want any part of that.
They seem to be very focused on a certain area of your body, Office Cora. Do you happen to know what area of the body that is?
We all took that as well, the zombies versus the aliens, by the way. Cora.
I agree with you.
My hypothetical question for Jean was a little more timely. Are you familiar with the Phillies Karen?
Yes.
All right. So I put Jean in that situation where she was at the ball game. She was with her kid. The kid was celebrating his birthday. Jean went for the ball, and then all of a sudden, Phillies Karen exploded on her. And what would Jean do in that situation? Jean would do this.
She's gonna keep that ball.
No,
didn't you?
I'm keeping the ball, but Jean's giving it right back to the Karen.
Anti.
Doesn't like confrontation.
I'm not going to. And some crazy person coming at me with anger, and I have to have a conference. No, we're leaving. I'm giving her the ball, and we're leaving the ballpark. As a matter of fact, we're going for ice cream. I'm out.
Oh, see, that's such a good answer. I want to do that, but I think deep down I would keep the ball for my kid.
Wow.
But I wish I could be
spunky.
I wish I could be like you
No.
and like the person at the ballpark.
I thought for sure you would give it up.
Example. That really sets a good example for your child.
Yeah, but she's gonna. You're sparring.
I'm shocked.
You are.
I gotta be honest. I'm shocked.
Oh,
Claws come out.
feisty.
Yeah, she is feisty.
I am feisty.
Office Core would hold on to the ball. Cat fight. Do you have a?
I am feisty and do not want to get probed by an alien.
No.
Two facts that you have learned about me today.
You mean again? You don't want to get probed by an alien again? Do you have a hypothetical question for the two of us, Office Cora?
Yes. If you could live in any TV show universe, which one would it be?
Didn't we do this one already?
I am picking the Great British Bake Off because everyone's really polite and there's cake.
I'm going to live on lifestyles of the rich and famous so I can be rich and famous and have a big-ass yacht.
Ooh, that...
I don't know if that exists as a TV universe.
I don't know what I would pick. I don't know. Something, that's easy.
Is there a show about getting massages?
I take that one. Ding, 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 ding.
You can come and live with me at the Great British Bake Off. There's always really good food, and they're so kind.
I probably would go if I don't know. It doesn't really. It's not really a universe per se, but obviously lifestyles of the rich and famous would be fun, or like one of those Anthony Bourdain shows where you travel around and you try really cool food and like go to markets and meet cool people.
Somebody feed Phil. That guy, that's what he does. He just travels all over with his wife and his family and he eats good food.
That guy's kind of... I would get tired of him real fast. Bourdain's more my dude because he's... obviously he's dead and whatever, but I could associate better with Bourdain than the Phil guy.
Wouldn't you be the guy then, though? You wouldn't.
Well, no,
be
you're living in
Phil.
his universe.
Oh, I'd have to live with him.
Yeah. Do those count as TV universes?
Oh yeah, those count.
Or are we talking strictly of like a sitcom type thing where Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
I don't know. It was pretty sweet. I think Gilmore Girls had a really nice downtown area.
We're going to talk about everything ad nauseum. They never stop
downtown.
They never stop talking. All they do is talk. Christ, shut up.
Yes, I think that maybe. I don't know. I'd have to think about that before.
Yeah, I like the Gilmore Girls.
What are you going with? You're going the Great British Baking Show because what? Cake?
Yeah.
Cake. Because cake.
There's so much different kinds of food made by professional chefs. Plus, everyone is so kind. They're very polite over there.
All right. Hypothetical Thursday. Office Cora is going with the bacon show. I would like to
something with magic, maybe.
Live on. What about like Love Island? Office Cora, lots of dudes to choose from.
No, not for me.
Romantic interludes on a beach. Lots of rubbing of the back.
I'm good.
No probing.
Some really great dialogue in those. You can have some really deep, meaningful conversations.
Kardashians. You want to live with the Kardashians?
Oh, no.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air for you.
You can go back and live with the Osbournes. Do the Osbournes, right? Live with Ozzy.
That would be amazing. I would totally do that. Plus, there's so many puppies. Remember how many dogs? There were just dogs everywhere. I love that.
Have a good weekend with the dog that you're babysitting.
Thank you. You too.
Office Cora, don't get probed this weekend, okay?
Well,
it's on our list.
Okay, what? Stop talking, Cora, right now. My lips are sealed.
Thank you, sweetie.
Have a good weekend, guys.
Bye-bye.
Office Cora, 8:15 on Thursdays, letting us know what she's up to in the 715 and occasionally saying things that may or may not be taken out of context.
Yeah, it's a biggin.
Stuff like that, where she says it's a biggin. Or...
it's anonymous, it's fast, and it's free.
Which is the way I like it.
I don't even remember what she was referencing there, but that's great.
Or...
those two big ones.
Which, again, I also really enjoy. Two big ones. Or...
I can't decide if I want top or bottom.
Which is what she said last week. Which her new doctor roommate guy apparently heard as well.
It's a tough choice.
Yeah, it is. And then she also had, had this to say one time.
He would hold it out to my mouth. I would say a couple words, and then he'd pull it back.
It was a microphone. She was doing things on a microphone. Is what it was. Thank you, Cora.
She's delightful.
She is.
And to bring it all back full circle, if you want to find out more about the holiday bus trip to Nashville that is going to be hosted by the one and only Office Cora in December, early December, you can go to wiscotrips.com to find out more. Picking up in multiple locations, so Eau Claire, La Crosse, and somewhere else, I believe.
It's essentially like a long weekend because you leave and then you're gone like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you get back on Sunday. So it's It was an awesome time.
And it includes the bus ride to and from, which is great. You don't have to drive. Hotels in there, and
tours.
A bunch of like the tickets to the tours and stuff.
11 meals are included.
A bunch of meals are included in that, and then of course you have time to go and do the things you want to do as well. But if you want to line dance, you want to go on that Jackson Showboat cruise, you want to go
holiday shopping in downtown Nashville.
Yeah, buy one pair of boots, get two for free.
That's right
down there. You can get a bunch of cowboy boots for everybody on your list.
Hand them out for Christmas.
Yeah. WiscoTrips.com for that holiday bus trip to Nashville, hosted by Office Core. We've got Volbeat and Bad News Happy Music next.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. More from Brian and Gene is coming up.
You're about to enter a beautiful, exciting, wonderful new world.
A cockroach living in your nostril. Now that's just nasty. Add in some haven't pooped for 30 days.
Poop is raining from the ceilings. Poop.
And sprinkle in some hashtag Florida Man for flavor.
Florida man.
Florida man.
Florida man.
Florida man.
Florida man.
Florida man.
Florida man quits his Burger King job, steals all of their chicken nuggets.
It's bad news.
Bad news.
With happy music.
Let's rock.
You know me, I enjoy putting a couple of bucks in the machine every once in a while.
Yeah, I knew that.
This guy put a little bit more than a couple of bucks in the machine.
In a machine.
I'm not quite sure exactly. But this dude jumped off a Royal Caribbean cruise ship in Puerto Rico last weekend because he wanted to skip out on his gambling debt of $16,710 that he had run up at the casino on the ship.
So he's out there on a vacation that I'm assuming he paid for.
Yeah.
And he has a little trouble leaving the...
How do you get into debt on a casino? Like, don't you have to have the money on hand? They just lend it to you?
Charge it to the Underhill bill? Is that it? You like put it on my room tab?
He was caught on surveillance camera jumping into the water near the shore where he was picked up by people on jet skis. Authorities didn't have any trouble tracking this guy down. He was arrested, now facing $250,000 in fines and up to 5 years in prison.
Does he not think there's cameras in a casino on a cruise ship?
Apparently he thought he could slip out on his tab unnoticed. Now he owes around 15 times what he lost at the casino. When they found him on shore, he did have actual cash on him, over $14,000. So he was pretty close to paying it off. He just maybe he hit big on the last one, but it wasn't enough to pay off the debt, and then he wouldn't have had anything left over. So he said, I'll just hop off the boat with the money and see if I can get away.
On a warm summer's evening.
Did he get away? No, he didn't.
No.
Met up with a gambler.
Yeah.
We were both too tired.
This guy yeeting off of cruise ships to get away from the authorities and his bar tab. Christ, dude.
I don't understand how he got on there. Like I said, it'd have to be a paid vacation that you're.
Jay Gonzalez Diaz embarking on the Rhapsody of the Seas at the port of San Juan on August 31st. The cruise ship returned from Barbados on Sunday when Gonzalez Diaz jumped into the water as the ship disembarked at about 9:15. When they brought the guy to shore, all captured on surveillance video, he was carrying about $14,600 in cash, a couple of phones, and 5 IDs.
Okay.
This guy's accused of attempting to avoid monetary reporting requirements when traveling into the U.S., according to a criminal complaint. As stated in the complaint, he told officers in Spanish that he jumped off the cruise ship because, quote, he did not want to report the currency on his possession because he thought he was going to be taxed duties for bringing in the currency.
Oh, and that gambling debt I didn't pay.
Upon further investigation, Royal Caribbean told investigators that Gonzalez Diaz was booked under the name Jeremy Diaz and that he owed $16,710.24 to the cruise line, almost exclusively associated to casino and gaming expenses. Other record checks of Gonzalez Diaz's multiple identifications also revealed that a Jeremy Omar Gonzalez Diaz had been in federal custody at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Puerto Rico since January. This guy told investigators that it was his brother. When they asked for his full name, he said, if you guys were good at your job, you would know that.
Man,
This dude is a...
Well, and he's got jet skis just at the helm waiting for him. I mean, this whole thing is planned. I'm jumping in the water. You be there with my getaway vehicles.
This guy. Here's something that we don't have in America, but I can foresee this happening in the near future. Apparently, if you go to some public toilets in China, there's a chance that you have to watch an ad
before you can go to the bathroom?
Before you can get TP. So you can use the toilet,
yeah,
but you're either going to drip dry or you're going to be walking around with sludge in your butt cheeks unless you watch an ad to get some TP at some of these toilets. There's a video going viral, shows how it works. You scan a QR code. It plays an ad on your phone. Then the machine spits out a modest amount of TP, like 6 squares, which is good enough for maybe one wipe.
So do you watch more? But
if you need more, you got to keep watching ads.
Okay.
Apparently not brand new. Someone on Reddit shared a shot of a similar dispenser in China back in 2021.
I need TP for my butthole. You're going to have to watch this ad. And you can't skip ahead either.
How long are the ads?
Yeah.
30 seconds, a minute? Are they those crazy ones where it's like 2 or 3 of them and the X moves around on the screen and it's really tiny and you got to get in the corner and then when you do it opens up the webpage and you're like, son of a bitch! I hate those, by the way. If you don't want to watch an ad, there's apparently an option to pay a couple of cents for toilet paper instead, but it looks like you have to pay with your phone, so if you don't have it on.
Who's doing that?
If you don't have your phone on you, right? Then
you're Venmoing 2 cents.
I'm going to Venmo you 20 cents to get a full roll of TP. All right, I'll watch your stupid ad.
Yes.
I could see that becoming a thing in America.
Well, and I think it depends. It depends on where you're traveling. Sometimes just finding a public toilet in some of those countries is challenging. I've heard.
Staying in China, a couple has to file for divorce after 2 years of marriage because they had a baby boy last year and couldn't agree on a name.
Is the kid named yet?
Dolomite is my name and up mother my game.
Both sides apparently insisting on a name, refusing to budge. And without a name, a birth certificate could not be issued. So a lot of important things are stuck in limbo, even basic medical procedures for a child, a baby. Because the kid has no name. It's just kid or baby or boy or hey you.
Can't they just, one gets the first name and one gets the middle name and call it a day?
Jason Bourne. I live in Paris.
Your name is not Jason Bourne and you don't live in Paris. You're the baby with no name and you live in China. In the years since the boy's birth, the hospital tried to issue a makeshift birth certificate. And the court then tried to force the parents to get their crap together.
Yeah, can you
for the
give
sake
this kid
of the
a
child?
Name? Also,
but nothing apparently works.
It's a year old now. They would know it's their own name.
You're living with this person who you can't agree with the kid, and you're trying to raise it. You can't just acquiesce and say, "Okay." Boy, that's some hardline stuff, man.
That is
some hardline stuff.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Now, on top of everything else, since they're divorcing over this, there's going to be a custody battle over the child, whatever his name may be.
The name stolen.
Yeah. I'm sure that divorce proceedings and custody hearings are going to go real well with these two who can't even agree on a name.
Well, I think that was the beginning of their problem. You can't imagine how many problems you're going to have as parents if you can't even figure that out. There are so many disagreements you have trying to raise kids. Ugh.
Step one, what are we going to name it, right?
And they had 9 months to figure that out before it happened. You'd think that they would have come to an agreement before then. And I'm sorry, but she gets more weight in this one. Just whatever she wants is what you're going to go with.
Well, that's sexist.
She did the 9 months.
Oh, he didn't do anything?
Not much. Not much.
That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a feminist lie made up by women.
It's not a feminist lie. I'm saying if they can't agree, she gets more weight. The end.
That's not true.
And go middle, first name middle.
50-50.
A year? They can't decide
What if we name them both names?
Yes, hyphenate. I don't know. Figure it out. Give him a name.
Joe Bob.
He can't get health care because he doesn't have a name.
Jim Bob Cooter,
that
right?
feels like almost child abuse.
2 names. He gets 2 names.
Well, what's a name?
White trash name. Guess.
Mandy.
Nope.
Marilyn.
Nope.
Brittany.
Nope.
Tiffany.
Nope.
Candace.
Nope.
Don't with me on this. I know this.
Do you see me with you? I'm not.
All right, speed round. I'm going to rattle off some names, and when I hit it, buzz it, okay?
I will tell you.
You got me?
Yeah.
All right, Brandy, Heather, Channing, Brianna, Amber, Sabrina, Melody, Dakota, Sierra, Bambi, Crystal, Samantha, Autumn, Ruby, Taylor, Tara, Tammy,
Becky?
Lauren, Charlene, Chantel, Courtney, Misty, Jenny, Krista, Mindy, Noelle, Shelby, Trina, Reba, Cassandra, Nikki, Kelsey, Shauna, Jolene, Erling, Claudine, Savannah, Casey, Dolly, Kendra, Kylie, Chloe, Devin, Emily, Becky?
Nope.
Wait, was it any one of those names with a Lynn after it?
Yes.
Oh, I got you, mother. I got you. Okay. Brandy Lynn, Heather Lynn,
Tammy Lynn.
Those 2 cannot figure out a name for their baby boy, and now they got to get a divorce.
Consider that a divorce.
Yeah.
So there's that. This is great. This one is good. Bad news with happy music on Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. I love this. There's a guy on TikTok who lives in Nashville, is going viral. Found out that his husband was cheating on him.
Oh.
Kicked his ass out of the house, right?
Uh-huh.
And while his husband was there, presumably with his new boyfriend or another friend and getting his stuff, this dude hired a mariachi band to play in his house / apartment while his ex, or soon-to-be ex, was packing up his stuff, and there's video
Following
of it
him around,
all over. And they're right there in the kitchen. No. And this guy's trying to move his TV with his buddy and just, oh, man. Yeah, so it's apparently a shared apartment. Content creator at Zachary, ZACHARY.W, at Zachary.W, posting the clip with the caption, "This is your sign to hire a mariachi performer while your cheating ex moves out." This guy's sipping on champagne while his ex, whose face is never shown, is shot from behind, trying to haul heavy items like a TV, which he drops, by the way. Not a good sign. And this guy's just spinning around the room with a big smile on his face and the mariachi band playing in the background.
Well, makes it memorable in a good way for you, I guess, when you have to deal with something horrible.
This is great. "If my husband ever cheats, I'm texting you for ideas," said one viewer. "The best part is that he will think about this every time he sees a mariachi performer. Ha, ha, ha." Someone else said, "People on this app constantly reminding me that I'm simply not petty enough." So, yeah, if you got a cheating ex and they're moving out, maybe hire a mariachi band.
Have some champagne and enjoy the day.
It's fun. It's entertaining. And it can create a, lively vibe for the moving out process. Maybe, working on a tempo.
Excuse me. We got to get through here with this TV.
Yeah. Last but not least, bad news, happy music. A doctor has revealed the concerning side effects of
Ozempic.
No, we already know about some of those. A very recently popular medical procedure that is not Botox, it's Scrotox.
To make them look less wrinkly?
That's my guess.
It's like it's frozen or something.
Oh, this. I got a Botox injection today.
Botox treatment.
Botox. They take a big needle and inject it into your forehead, and it freezes your face like this. I read it in a health magazine.
And how long are you going to be like this?
Well, this is temporary. And then you got all your wrinkles are gone.
Yeah, well, you ought to get your money back.
Typically, people get Botox because they want to feel more confident about their face, their appearance, things you can see, right? Reducing wrinkles, looking younger, maybe to change some of your facial features, sunken cheeks, or some kind of chin issue. But this is a little bit more private. Scrotox, a procedure involves injecting Botox into your scrotum, according to a report. Google searches have shot up by 46,000
You're trying to make that whole area just look more attractive?
Oh, it's meant to look that way.
It's smooth wrinkles.
We also heard a few months ago about summer balls, right? Because of the heat, they tend to lengthen. Mike T., who is a senior doctor at the Harley Street Skin Clinic, said that around 80% of patients are seeking an aesthetic result rather than addressing a purely medical concern.
They want to make it look better. Reduces sweating, I guess.
Patients
That's a thing.
usually get it done for at least one of these three reasons. One, to reduce wrinkles or creases in the scrotal skin, making it appear smoother.
I want balls in my face. Yeah, that's what I thought you were going to say.
To treat hyperhidrosis, sweating of the skin, which causes
I can
discomfort or irritation, which is a problem, obviously.
That's a medical
chafing.
thing, though. That's not the aesthetics that you're talking about.
Especially in the summertime.
Yep.
Also, another reason to do it is to temporarily increase the scrotal size or sag.
Well, there's no beating my balls.
Because relaxing the muscles allows it to hang lower. Shorty got low.
Oh, I got scrotum.
Dr. T says in adult men, an overactive cremasteric muscle can cause involuntary and frequent tight contractions, which can be very painful. Once again, both physical activity and sexual activity can be affected. Recovery is typically quick.
Yeah, 15 to 30 minutes. Just a shot in
Most
there.
patients returning to
Couple
normal
shots.
activities immediately.
Got some.
Maybe some tenderness and redness in the first 24 to 48 hours. I advise patients to avoid sexual activity, hot baths, or exercise during this time. It's important to wear loose clothing, keep the area clean, take general care for the following 7 days. Effects will begin to appear gradually, with full results visible between 2 and 4 weeks.
Now, mommy, daddy button.
Scrotox, Gene. It's a thing. People are doing it.
If it's medically necessary or will help in some of those ways you were talking about, I get it. But I don't know that smoothing them out is... that whole region is... I mean, there's David, the statue of David, and then there's...
Yeah, but he had him out all the time. He was getting fresh air on those bad boys. You know what I mean? When you got to keep them covered up, it's an issue.
You know.
And 90 degrees outside, full humidity, you got
and then there's
problems,
dick pics.
man.
You know, it's like,
Nobody wants those. Nobody wants those. Nobody
even
wants
if it's
that.
smoother.
Yeah,
you know,
no,
like,
not even. No, nobody wants that.
I'm having nuts.
Yeah, scrotox, temporarily increasing scrotal sag or size.
Hashtag goals.
There's that.
Hey, my nuts itch. Can I splash them real quick?
No, wait till we finish it.
Damn, they itch.
Under Florida law, you are required to take a chemical or physical breath test to determine the alcoholic content of your blood and or a urine test to detect the presence of a chemical or controlled substance.
They itch. Will you scratch them for me?
No, I don't. Do you
that.
understand? If you refuse to take the chemical or physical breath test or the urine test, your driving privileges will be suspended for 1 year for a first refusal. And
they itch.
This ain't funny.
In 18 months, if you have previously refused these tests. Additionally, your refusal is admissible into evidence against you in any criminal or administrative proceeding. Do you understand?
This ain't funny.
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'm going to interpret this as a refusal.
Yeah, it is a refusal. That guy just wanted to have somebody itch his nuts for him.
Real bad.
Real bad. You could have put the handcuffs in the front. I mean, that guy wasn't going anywhere. Let's be honest. Certainly not with all the itching going down there. I mean, any guy knows you're not making off in a chase, a high-speed foot chase when you got some serious issues going on down there. Bad news, happy music on Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. We'll get to our daily check-ins after Big Balls.
Rock Mornings with Brian and Gene. Find them online at rockmornings.com. Call.
Hello?
Email.
I tried emailing you.
Text. So many ways to check in with us. Check. We rely on you guys for traffic updates, requests, and all sorts of other stuff.
Check this out.
Lots of people getting in touch with us this morning. Rob just texted in, said if you want to conserve toilet paper, use both sides. But
that was in regards to the
public restrooms
toilets
in
and
China that apparently make you watch an ad to get some TP, and not much of it either, like 6 squares. Can't spare a square. Sorry, I have no square to spare.
If I did that, I'd only have 5.
My wife had that situation happen recently. She was almost giddy to tell me about it, too. It was pretty funny. She's like, oh, I had an Elaine thing. And I was like, what? And she's like, I couldn't spare a square. I can't spare a square. I have no square to spare. And I was like, oh, that's okay. I was like, did you get some? And she's like, yeah. And I said, okay, well, that's good. Brian in Colorado texted in several times this morning. He texted in bright and early saying that he didn't want to take away from anything, but he thinks you'll take me in the football bets. Referencing specifically the Chicago-Detroit game. All I can say is that I am 5 picks ahead of you right now. I got 5 more correct than you did last week.
I'm in last place
amongst
our
the employees
coworkers,
here. Yes. So, Brian, again, it's a season-long bet. We'll see what happens. Also, he chose the Simpsons TV universe.
Yeah, I wondered about that.
Look, I love the Simpsons, but I've had enough. Okay.
Really? Are you full?
Yeah, I'm never not going to love them. I'm just saying, like, I don't need to live there. I'm good. You know, I'm happy where I am now. I'd much rather live.
Maybe Ted Lasso. That's such a great show.
Sheila said, zombies, no-brainer, easy kill.
Yeah. Zombies versus aliens. Who would you take? What?
Unless they're the fast ones or the crazy ones from, like, World War Z, then you've got, you know.
I mean, you got a battle in your hands no matter what, but.
Zach texted in, said he's a firm believer that we're not alone and there are aliens. Chris texting in about National Make Your Bed Day said, hey, I'm tired as hell. It's time to sleep. I give 2 craps about what sheets look like. You better hope that there aren't 2 craps inside of your sheets.
Non-bed maker. I'm a bed maker.
Yeah. Got a text from my guy Jake over at Twisted Skull. He said E.T. was a fat little thing when I was referencing aliens all kind of looking alike. Well, yeah, they had to make E.T. look different. It was a family movie. You can't have some crazy green alien with big eyes that's probing people in their anus.
It's cute. Plus, they put him in the basket.
And his head went up.
Finger lit up.
Yeah, his finger lit up. You know why? Because he wanted to probe you with it.
No.
Yes.
No.
Also got a text from my guy Heath, who said, on this day 29 years ago, I went to boot camp. The Gunny. Checking in this morning. Always good to hear from Heath. Just down there in Indianapolis, cooking up all sorts of food and hanging out for, a big charity event over the Labor Day weekend. Let's see. What else did we get? Anything else? I just got one from Curtis. A Facebook message said, there is a universe that exists with massages. Every scene has a great funky bass line. Oddly enough, there's boatloads of pizza delivery drivers, landlords, and plumbers whose clients can't seem to pay the bill at that moment.
No, I think that's not the universe. You were saying somewhere where I could just relax and get a massage. I don't think that's the universe I'm talking about.
In my 20s, that would be the universe, I would say. I'm almost 50. I got no time for that anymore. You got me for about 2.5, 3 minutes, and then I'm out.
And then I just do want your pizza that you're delivering.
Then there better be some effing pizza at the end of it. Seriously. Thank you, though, Curtis. Appreciate it. Always good to hear from you guys. Have a great rest of your, what is it, Thursday? Have a great rest of your Thursday. We'll talk to you tomorrow on Friday.